Good, how are you?
How's Smith Creek? Huh? There, that's good.
Good evening. It's time for the December 3rd board meeting. We have Pastor Michael Montague to lead us to the invocation and the pledge.
Who will bow your heads? Father, we thank you for this night. Thank you for able to come together collectively, willingly. We ask that you just bless our commissioners, God, to talk about our beautiful community, to help God give them wisdom to protect and advance and prosper this great county. We give you the glory in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, it's time for changing the guard. David Edwards, you're going to take over?
Yes. At this time, ask Judge Walker to please mic Commissioner Stewart. Commissioner Stewart is our newly elected chairman.
Okay, so how do you want to do this? Do you want... You're on your own.
Thank you, Judge Walker.
You want me to swear them both in a briefly?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And so, Chairman, did you want to make a few brief words?
Yes, ma'am. I want to thank you, first of all, for taking the time to come and swear us in. We appreciate that. I know you have
a pleasure.
a busy schedule.
It's better when I'm on time.
Yes, ma'am. We wouldn't argue if you came in late. So,
Mr. Chairman, if we could take about a 2-minute break so she can get all these situated and we can get a picture taken,
Okay.
That would be great.
we'll recess for about 5 minutes.
Okay.
3.
Ready now, David? Ready now? Okay, before we start, I want to just say a few words and then ask Ralph to do the same if you'd like. Again, thank the judge for coming and doing this. I thank all of you for being here. Most importantly, I thank the commissioners for
Talk into your mic so the
thanks for
public
the
can hear you.
commissioners for asking me to do this for the next year. I appreciate that. And I want to thank the public on behalf of all of us for putting us up here to serve you. And I want to remind all of us that that's what we're here for, service, and I know you all know that. And again, I thank all of you for that honor to be able to serve each and every one of you. So, Ralph.
Thank you, sir. Well, Commissioner Stewart's kind of the dean of the board here. This is old hat for him, so we look forward to you leading the show. Commissioner Hess, thank you for the good job you did the past year, and just appreciate the opportunity to be here and serve everyone.
Okay. With that said, we'll begin the meeting, and first, let me remind everybody that if you would like to speak, make sure you fill out a card over here with Jessica, and you can speak on any item, and we'll have a time at the beginning of the meeting and at the end for you to speak on as well. So with that said,
Motion to approve the agenda?
your motion to approve the agenda?
There's one add-on item, Mr. Chairman. It's a resolution in support of the Safe Routes to Schools sidewalks.
Okay,
Add that to general
Modify my-
business.
Yeah, modify my motion.
to add under general business, okay? Do I hear a second?
Second.
Okay, all for the motion?
All right, aye.
Aye. All for the motion, so next item is, the next item is
Citizens to be heard.
citizens to be heard. No, no citizens to be heard? Okay, awards and presentations is Wakulla County Students Working Against Tobacco. Not sure who's going to come represent, but come on up. Thank you.
My name is Tracy Bourgeois. I'm a health educator with the Department of Health. This is our newest health educator, Liz Neighbors. We're happy to have her. She was at Wakulla High School there as a parapro, but now she came and joined us. This is one of our students working against tobacco students at Coast. Her name is Haley, and she's here to give you guys a little information tonight on tobacco retail license. This is just informational purposes.
Good evening, Commissioners. My name is Haley. I want to start by saying thank you for all that you've done in our community to enhance a healthy lifestyle, especially among the youth of Wakulla County. In Wakulla County, we are encountering something that kills an average of 3 Floridians an hour. It's being promoted and readily available at a place people of all ages, especially teens, frequently use, your local convenience store or gas station. The culprit is big tobacco, perfectly packaged and found in many tempting flavors. Tobacco companies spend billions of dollars a year to market these addictive, life-stealing products. Tonight we are here to provide information on local tobacco retail licensing policies, also known as TRL. Communities can create local TR policies to protect themselves against big tobacco marketing schemes. TRL policies give local communities and officials the ability to decide the most appropriate way to sell nicotine products in their neighborhoods. Local governments can license tobacco retailers, which will require all businesses that sell tobacco products to obtain and maintain a license from the city or county government. Communities should consider adopting a TRL law because it can reduce negativity public health effects of tobacco use, effectively limit youth access to tobacco, provide a model for implementing other tobacco control policies, produce self-sustaining programs through annual fees, which would help maintain regular enforcement of tobacco-related laws. Tobacco executives view youth like myself as replacement smokers or the next generation of customers, replacing those lost by the leading cause of preventable death in our state and our nation. To attract new youth smokers, the tobacco industry continues to develop and market new products. Local TRL policies allow communities to more effectively address emerging tobacco products like e-cigarettes. It also gives them more control over how tobacco and nicotine products are sold. A TRL policy can help enforce whether flavored products can be sold and which flavors can be exempt. Reducing youth access to flavored products can have a positive impact on reducing youth tobacco use rates in Florida. Flavors are listed as one of the top 3 reasons middle and high schoolers vape. By supporting point-of-sale policies and by enhancing our own local policies, we can reduce this exposure to youth. A TR policy can include limits regarding distance and zoning that restrict tobacco sales in specific areas to help protect vulnerable populations like students. In 2018, the Florida Youth Tobacco Survey shows that % of students who, in the past 30 days, have used 2 or more cigarettes, cigars, smokeless tobacco, hookah, or electronic vapor products among all middle school and high school students was 10.7% for Wakulla County, and Florida averages 5.2%. Studies show that schools with a higher number of nearby tobacco retailers have higher smoking rates. There are currently 3 tobacco retailers within walking distance of Wakulla High School. Students working against tobacco Coordinator Liz Neighbors spoke with the manager of Rockies about tobacco sales. The Monday through Friday prior to Thanksgiving, while students were in school, tobacco sales totaled $5,125. Thanksgiving week, while students were out of school, the sales totaled $4,207, making a difference of $918. More on tobacco sales when the students are in school. Local TR policies have the potential to create positive change in communities. A strong local TR includes all tobacco retailers required to obtain license and renew annually, annual license fees that will fund policies enforcement, significant consequences through fines and penalties, failure to obtain, maintain, or to requirements of a tobacco retail license can include citations, fines, and imprisonment. SWAT and the Wakulla County Tobacco-Free Partnership is here to assist in any steps you would like to take in making Wakulla County a healthier community. The best possible world is one without the death and health harms associated with commercial tobacco use. Thank you for your time and support.
Very good.
Very good.
Thank you. Haley, you did a great job. I appreciate you. Do we have a TRL? I mean, I've never heard that term before.
We looked at it, I think, at one time.
Do we? I'd love to hear more about it. If you guys will talk to me, I know you at church, so I would love to know more about it. So maybe we can bring something back to the board and talk about doing something. Please. Thank you very much, Haley. Okay.
Move consent.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve the consent agenda as is. Any discussion? All for the motion?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And next item of business is general business. I know we added one item under there. We'll
You want to go ahead and take
close
care of that one?
first.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
This agenda item requests approval of a resolution to support construction of a sidewalk along Wildwood Drive with Florida Department of Transportation Safe Routes to School program
So
funding.
move.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Any citizens? No discussion? All for the motion?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Next item.
Yes, this is a request for the board's approval regarding an application for reduction of code enforcement liens pertaining to case number CE 2017-2726 for property located at 60 Jensen Lane. In January of 2018, the Code Enforcement Board found the property to be in violation for the installation of a mobile home without the required permits. Most recently, a new property owner has come in and acquired this property and remedied the violation as of October 1st by completely removing the mobile home from the site. It is now in compliance. Based on that, staff is recommending that the lien be reduced from $51,750 to the hard cost plus 20%, which would be a total of $1,971.91.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, the motion is to approve the resolution supporting the construction of a sidewalk. No,
No.
I'm sorry.
This is lien reduction.
Lien reduction.
Tab 12.
To the-
And I would also add, if you don't mind, that we include the condition that the lien, reduced lien amount be satisfied within 60 days.
Heather, any other additions you want to that?
No.
It's already in there? So I
Yes.
need to change my motion?
The 60 days is in the
It's in the
It's in
code.
there.
Okay. Motion and a second. Any discussion? We have one citizen, Scott Harris.
Yes, sir.
Would you like to speak, sir?
Not unless you want to talk us out of it.
Okay. Sounds like it's going to pass, so.
I'm just concerned that this happened. Okay, somebody could move a trailer in and not any permits or put it on a piece of property. That just shouldn't be happening. So,
Any other discussion? All for the motion?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item?
Thanks for cleaning that place up.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you.
you, sir.
Brandy is going to present this item.
Yes, this next item is the capital spending plan update for fiscal year 1920. This is our roadmap that staff uses to move forward in initiating capital and equipment purchases. Some of these things will definitely happen in 1920. Some may be deferred due to issues. It could be right away. So this is the roadmap that we use to move forward.
Talking about 1920, it's like 2019.
Fiscal year 2019, 2020.
My bad.
Okay. Current fiscal year, is that better?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. In our general fund, we propose to purchase a passenger van for the 4-H department to transport to the different activities and things that they do. In our general fund fleet department, they will be purchasing some equipment for the shop that allows them to continue to do more work on our fleet in-house without sending it out to another vendor. That's a AC reclamation machine and a onboard diagnostic scanner. In our building fund, we propose to buy 2 new vehicles, and then they will replace current vehicles. The replacement vehicles will be shifting to other departments as needed. Mosquito control fund, we had 1 vehicle that was destroyed last fiscal year in a collision, so we will be replacing that truck. In our road 2-cent gas tax fund, and let me clarify, this is not our road operating fund. This does not pay for salaries and personnel. This is dedicated to purchasing capital equipment, which is anything over $5,000. Addition to the fleet of a backhoe, truck arm mower replacement, cab, heavy-duty day cab tractor, and our annual debt service for our grader leases also in this fund. Tourist development, we propose to purchase 1 transit van they're doing a lot more outreach and travel. It'll be wrapped with the Visit Wakulla logo, so it'll be very easy to identify that it's the tourist development function.
I'll make a motion to accept the capital spending plan update. There's about 50 items on here. This could take a while to go through every one. I'm sure everybody read them.
Second.
And they're good projects on here.
A lot of good projects on here.
So the public knows this is identifying specific things that we approved in the budget earlier in the year for this coming fiscal year's budget that we're in now. So it's not new spending or additional money to the budget, but it was already approved. So I just want to make sure the public understood that.
And the public also needs to go on the website and look at this list of projects as it is. There's a lot of stuff in here. We've got great stuff for our county.
It's the best way to look at it.
And-
Look at it online.
And the important thing to understand, folks, is if we didn't have the 1-cent sales tax, we couldn't do a lot of this stuff. That 1-cent sales tax is a lifesaver for us, and we appreciate the support by the public adopting that again. So,
One more important comment, anytime we'll purchase a piece of equipment that costs over $25,000, it'll come back to the board in its own agenda item for approval.
And all these road projects will all be bid out individually.
They'll either be bid out or they'll be on a contract amendment with a current contract that will also come back to the board for approval.
okay, we have a motion. We have a second. Okay, any more discussion? All for the motion?
All right.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Planning and zoning.
This item is a request for the board's approval to conduct the final public hearing and adopt a large-scale comprehensive plan map amendment, CP 1902.
So move.
We have a motion and a second. We don't have to swear in for this.
No.
Okay. Any discussion? Any citizens to be heard?
This, for the public to know that this is inside the town plan,
This is, yes, sir.
it's all on sewer.
It will have to be on sewer in order to achieve maximum density.
Okay.
Okay. We have 2 citizens, Robbie Miller. Assume you're just for questions. Same with
You're
Wade.
learning.
Okay. Any questions for them from the board? Any discussion? All for the motion?
Aye.
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 Motion carries. Okay, is that all the general business and zoning?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Commissioner agenda items, we have 1. This is what we do annually. It's just to clean up who is on what committees. I think everybody saw the 2 that it's in question that we need to fix.
I'll make a motion we Quincy Messerschmidt be appointed to both open positions.
I'll second you,
I
Randy.
second.
So you're fine with that?
I have no choice if that's what Randy asked for.
Well,
It's a canvassing board. I've done it twice. I don't know how many times you've done it.
I'm going to enjoy it.
you will.
The other one's just an alternate to the board.
Awesome.
See there, Heather, I did make a motion
In
first.
fact, you're backup
It was all
to
the candy
Commissioner
he ate.
Hess, so,
Exactly.
okay? Any,
Canvassing board has very good food.
any discussion? All for the motion?
Very boring.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries.
Aye, aye. What you gonna say?
County Attorney,
Nothing this evening.
County
Welcome to it.
Administrator, anything else?
Yes, just to, as we had discussed earlier, Summer and Brandon Geiger, they've worked very hard on our new GIS system.
Is that Amy Geiger's son?
Yes.
Okay.
He's done very well, and I ask each one of you to stop by the office sometime and go see what all he's doing. We're going to be rolling out in January a lot of new things, be going online, a lot of new GIS information. He's really just done a fantastic job. So he'll be making a presentation the latter part of January, but hopefully before then we'll be rolling a bunch of it out.
I couldn't help but notice on the email you sent with the number of signs we have. When I had previous person's job, I had a war on these redundant signs, like these school bus stop ahead signs that there's no kids grown and gone to college and still got a mow around it with the bush hog. So I would encourage y'all, the reduced speed ahead signs, they're not required by law unless it's over 10-mile-an-hour drop. Any sign you can get rid of it. You ain't got to mow around it.
We'll do that. It's amazing though, once we really got out, we're a lot smarter than what we used to be. Whole lot smarter.
When Randy was there.
A whole lot smarter.
That's a good job. That was a good one.
Oh, yeah, that was good. No, we are, and we intend to get even more smarter. We're going to be integrating our new GIS system in with our new software for Public Works so that the both can marry and work together. And already, we had no idea we had that many culverts.
5,000 signs.
5,000. Yeah.
Hopefully at some point, and this ties into economic development too, the comp plan, zoning, all that stuff will be available in this GIS format to the public.
Correct.
That is what will be rolling out,
We
yes.
have the comp plan map ready to go live with. The
Well, it's
zoning map
already
will
on
be a
after
little
that's
bit.
online, right?
But we're actually going to have it online, and we'll have everything from distance to hydrants, all that stuff. And
Very important.
everything he's doing is just really it's way above my head, but it's amazing stuff. But
Sewer lines on there and everything?
We're working on that
Yeah.
as part of our master plan.
that's part of what we're trying to do is we continually try to get smarter and not work harder necessarily, but work smarter. And this is a part of that. Also, want to say Merry Christmas to everyone. This will be our last meeting of the year. So Merry Christmas to the public, and it's been a great year.
Merry
and,
Christmas.
And
Can I complain
we look forward
about
to next
lights?
year.
Since Jerry's not here, you want me to complain about not having lights on the street so you'll feel at home?
Well, we're actually putting according to Facebook, we were not putting any decorations up, but we are. They're actually going up in the park, both parks.
Played every
So,
year about not having lights on.
Good.
so,
I think the issue was too, not having a receptacle on the power poles,
Yeah.
right?
And we
That's
can't-
right.
you can't
Did we ever
put
look
lights
at
on
and get a price for that, or? Yeah.
no, we've not done that. It's everything we got in our budget to do the parks. So if we get more money later on, we can do that.
Park's been looking good.
Yeah. So other than that, that's it. That's all I've got, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Citizens to be heard? There are none. And discussion issues by commissioners. We'll start with Commissioner Hess.
None tonight.
I'd just like to say congratulations to the Wakulla High football team. Man, they fought a tough year, 13-0, and should have pulled it out. Man, they just did they put all their heart into it, did a great job, so we're proud of them.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Ma'am.
Nothing.
Nothing?
It's hard to believe it's going to be 2020 next year, isn't it? And the road's still not 4 lanes, so you're
Still
still
not.
alive. Merry Christmas to everybody. Hope everybody has a good holiday.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
And with that, I'll say the same thing. Merry Christmas. I appreciate this past year. We've come a long way, like David Edwards said, and we've got a long way to go. I said to him today that I wish we could measure how far we've come since, I can only speak to 1996 when I first came into office, and I wish we could measure all that progress we've made. Now we have something we can
benchmark,
measure
that's
by,
right.
and going forward, we can do that. So, but Mike King, I want to thank you for working with him, that gentleman, and Brandon, and bringing all that to us. That's great. I mean, that's a monumental achievement for the county, so we appreciate that. With that said,
Motion to adjourn.
we're adjourned. Thank y'all.
Mike, anything for Christmas? No new cars?
No, not this year. I already got one going on. Not really.
Hard.
Hunting trip.